Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Wishful Thinking Podcast. As always, it's your boy Nik, but I got nobody with me today. No guests, no co-host. This is a one-on-one, real, authentic, with your boy. No gimmicks, no fluff, no bullshit. Just coming at you with the hottest things going on in my life. So as you can see, we got a different camera angle, none of the production lights that we typically have. And part of that is because I want this segment to be its own difference from the main Wishful Thinking Podcast series. I want it to be two different entities within the channel. So different angle, different lights, a little bit different of a setup, coming at you one-on-one. So I want to talk about a variety of things today. Main reason for this one-on-one is for me to kind of keep a digital diary of everything going on in my life. So one-on-one, this is me as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, as a straight up hustler, giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly, because let's be honest, entrepreneurship is not easy. It's no walk in the park, no cake. It sucks. For lack of better words, it fucking sucks. But the future rewards are why we do it, right? We want that financial freedom. We want that mobility to go wherever, do whatever, to date the baddest girls, have a beautiful wife, have a family, travel the world, whatever you want. This is why we do it. And I don't want to say it sucks like I'm unappreciative of the grind, right? I love it. I can't get enough of it. I absolutely love entrepreneurship. So here we are. I want to talk about a variety of different subjects. We'll break it into sections. First one is going to be landscaping. Okay, we'll talk about the good, the bad, everything it is when starting your own landscaping business. Then we'll talk about real estate, good, bad, ugly, everything in between. Then we'll talk about the podcasts plural, because I'm going to drop something else on you guys. And fourth, lastly, we'll talk about DJing and other miscellaneous money ventures that I do just to kind of fund the freedom, fund the vision. First, we'll talk about landscaping, as mentioned. So as you guys know, I started my own landscaping business, and it kind of happened accidentally. I was just cutting grass to make a little bit extra money. Then a friend of mine approached me with a portfolio of properties, about 50, 60 of them to be exact, and that number is only increasing. He approached me with that portfolio, and then when you're given a portfolio of that many properties, you're like, okay, it's time to start taking this seriously. So we started taking this seriously this year, okay? It is now June. We've had $10,000 plus months, April and May. June is on track to be a $10,000 a month. So out of nowhere, we're already a six-figure company. We haven't even hit snow removal yet. It's growing rapidly. So my advice to you guys is, even if you're not a blue-collar guy, take your white-collar skills and run a blue-collar company, because the trades are dying. There's not enough people in them, and we need to sustain the growth that this country wants to see. So if you're a young guy, you're a hustler, learn to cut grass, learn to lay floor, learn to paint. Take your white-collar skills of sales, marketing, communication, all of those, hard white-collar skills, take them and implement them in a blue-collar trade, and I promise you'll see success like I am, because most of these guys in the blue-collar trades are blue-collar guys trying to learn white-collar trades, where if you already know sales, business, and marketing, you could take that and instantly implement it into a blue-collar trade and see instant results, just like I have. We are marketing all over Cleveland. Now we're up to 85, 90 lawns that we're cutting every 2 weeks. We're doing mulch. We're doing junk removal. We're doing gutters. We're cleaning gutters. We're installing gutters. We're doing hardscapes, so like pavers, concrete, retaining walls, trimming bushes, trimming trees, cleanups, removing debris. We're doing so many different things. We're painting fences. We're doing all this stuff, and we're crushing it right now. For a first year to come out of the gate swinging 90, 85 properties every 2 weeks, approaching six figures, I think that's good, right? How do I go from here? Okay, so what the struggles I'm currently having is, it's a lot of work. Okay, it's very time consuming with everything else I got going on. I'm having a hard time figuring out how to make repeat customers other than the ones who sign up for, bi-weekly services. If I lay mulch down, their mulch is done for the season, right? If I clean up the yard, it's cleaned up for the season, right? So where I'll see the differentiator is next year, how much business can I retain and renew, right? But all in all, there isn't too much negative that I can say about the landscaping. We're just trying to make enough money to keep buying equipment. All the profits that we're making are going directly back in the business. So we're buying new equipment. We just modified our flatbed trailer into a dump trailer. Buying edgers, buying weed whackers, buying lawnmowers, just buying a lot of equipment. We've bought probably 3 or 4 more lawnmowers this year. Hand tools, everything to get the job done easier. So we build and we buy those assets, right? So now the business has more of a value because there are assets in the business. We're spending a ton of money on building, systems for the business. AI accounting, QuickBooks, they have their own AI, all their automated systems, right? Automated social media. We have apps that we use for, our full-time guy to have all those properties. He can submit photos. He can, see all the properties on a daily. And it's just coming up with the systems that will make the job easier. So all the money that we are making is going into equipment, it's going into marketing, and it's going into systems, building systems, software. So you build these foundations of what a business is, and the jobs will come. The work will come. There's way more grass than there is landscapers. There's way more blue-collar projects than there are blue-collar workers. So if you get into a blue-collar trade, focus on the terms of business, sales, marketing, accounting, social media, and the blue-collar jobs will come, right? So that's landscaping. We're just trying to build it, make enough money to grow the business, keep those hard assets, keep getting more business, keep growing, hire more employees, and eventually we will be $1 million business. There's not a doubt in my mind. If I build this business correctly, it will be $1 million business in Cleveland. As we stand right now, we've had 2 back-to-back 10K months. This month, June, we're sitting at about 7 or 8. I believe we will hit 10K for this month. Fingers crossed. I'll keep you updated on the next one. But that'll make 3 consecutive months of a 10K month. And that's huge, okay? You keep that over the course of a year, you're tapping 100,000 right there. Now then you say, okay, $100,000, big whoop, right? But that's a starter. How can we take that? How can we do 20K months? Once we hit that 10 and we maintain that 10, now I'm focused on hitting 20. How do I hit 20? I need more workers. I need more equipment. I need more sales. I need more jobs. So it's a constant revolving door of bringing in new business, buying new equipment, completing jobs, constant. So the landscaping is booming. Reliable Pros CLE. Shout out my landscaping company. I'm going to drop the website in the description. I'm going to drop my social medias. Oh, that's the other thing. So social media has been huge for everybody. So what I recently started doing is making reels for the landscaping business. Just simple stuff of property flips, yard transformations, throwing shit away at the dump, just try to get out there on the social media side. And we saw, an initial good amount of traffic. And the problem with social media is you need a lot of videos. You need consistency. So we're in the process of constantly making more videos, taking more stuff, and there's going to be a lot of stuff coming soon. So make sure you tap in to all of my landscaping stuff. Reliable Pros CLE everywhere on Facebook, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. I'll drop it down below. Our website is already built. Shout out to Heba from Rosace Enterprises for making my website for me. She does an awesome job. If you guys are local to Cleveland, Ohio, and you want an awesome website, hit up Heba. I'll drop her in the description below, but she's great. Shout out Heba. So landscaping's going good. That's not too much complaints on my end for the landscaping. Now let's segue into real estate. Real estate is its own beast. And we have 2 properties, right? We have the one in Parma where we currently reside at. We're hoping to move out of that one next year, buy another one, rent this one out. There's always repairs that are needed. Like, for example, we have a cracked piece of patio on the back that's water's pooling at the foundation, so that's got to get fixed. The garage door needs fixed. We want to reseal our driveway. Our front steps to the house are, degrading due to weather. So there's a few things that always need fixed. We recently did a whole bunch of plumbing stuff. We did some electrical work on the house. We painted. There's always something. But all in all, that house in Parma isn't the biggest headaches. We live there. It's a great place to live. There's tons of space. It's a nice place. Parma's not the greatest, but who cares? I'm a single guy with no kids and no wife. I don't really give a shit what the city's like. Don't come up on me. I'm always ready to go. So shout out to anybody that wants to try to come at me. I'm ready. Parma's not that bad, though. Where the real headache is, now I'm going to be completely upfront and honest with you guys. I have a rental in Lakewood. It's a duplex, side by side. So there's one unit on each side, split up the middle with the firewall. Both of them, minor repairs here or there, a plumbing issue, a door handle, a light, all so far for 3-4 years I've had it, all minuscule issues. I'll be completely honest. It makes good money. The tenants are great. Both sides, they're awesome. They, they pay on time. They're good people. They don't destroy the place. I'm really blessed and honored to have such great tenants in that place. Now, here's where the bad part comes into play. 2 days ago, what's today? Yeah. 3 days ago, the bathroom in the upstairs, the water fill valve, not the water supply line that takes it from the pipes into the toilet, but the fill valve that fills the tank, that line came off in the middle of the night randomly, and for 3 or 4 hours in the middle of the night was spewing water everywhere. So what happened? My tenants were sleeping. The one guy wakes up middle of the night to go to the bathroom, walks into a pool of water, wrecked the bathroom, seeped through the floors, wrecked the whole kitchen. I'm talking, I'll drop photos, like wrecked the whole kitchen, seeped through the kitchen, wrecked the basement. So now we're talking multiple $1,000 repairs. Like we're talking anywhere from the ballpark of $75,000 to $15,000 of what this repair could potentially cost. Fortunately, the tenants in that unit, cool guys, handy guys, they're guys, called me immediately like, hey, it's bad. You need to get over here. So I came over there. They messaged me, the night before. I came over the very next morning. It was bad. I'm still waiting on ServPro, the mitigation of, mold and moisture, to give me the final assessment after the drying. But that'll determine whether I have to redo the entire bathroom or I can just, leave it as is. So I came the very following day when they said, hey, it's bad. Came in, we took everything out of the kitchen. I bought a bunch of fans, 3 or 4 box fans I bought. Bought a brand new dehumidifier, and we set up everything. 1 in the bathroom, 2 fans below, 1 in the basement, dehumidifier in the basement, dehumidifier in the kitchen. And we just started, we ripped up some of the drywall to allow the water to breathe, to allow the walls to breathe. And so we ripped up some of the drywall to let the walls breathe. We had all the equipment running. So then the very next day, my brother and I, shout out Habibi for helping me, my fucking brother, I love you, man. You and I till the end, dude, I promise you, this will all be worth it one day. You guys got to meet my brother. He's the best guy I know. Will do anything for you. Incredible guy. Such a hard worker. That's my fucking brother. I love him so much. As my business partner, we got each other's backs like nobody else. If he gets in a car crash, I'm jumping into the firing car, ripping him out. Burning building, I'm running after him. Bullets fired, I'm standing in front of him. Shout out Habibi, I love you. He helped me to pretty much demo our entire unit. So we ripped all the drywall off the ceiling, ripped the trim off, ripped all the cabinets off, ripped off the light fixtures and the fans that were broken, took the range off, pulled the appliances out, did a full-scale demo. Took us all day. Now everything could dry properly because it's not being, restricted with wet drywall. So we ventilated everything, fans going, dehumidifier going. Then the very next day I called Allstate and I called ServPro. ServPro is a restoration company all over the country. They were like, hey, we can come right now. They came, they set up their industrial dehumidifiers on all 3 floors, their industrial fans, and in a matter of hours after we ripped up all the drywall and stuff, they had guys there doing the mitigation process to dry everything out, and they've been there for the last 3 days. They come back tomorrow. Now, tomorrow will be the deciding factor if I have to redo the entire kitchen or just some of the kitchen. It'll be the deciding factor whether I have to redo the floor in the bathroom or if I don't have to redo it at all. They're drying the floors from both sides, so from the ceiling of the kitchen and then the floor of the basement. Both sides of all 3 floors are getting ventilation, heat, air, and dehumidifiers. So we'll find out tomorrow what that entails. But at the very least, I had an Allstate insurance agent come out today. And we walked around, cool guy. Shout out to Justin, he really took care of us, really helped us out. And we walked through the whole unit. As it stands right now, with no floors being needed to replace, because we won't know until tomorrow. As it stands right now, there's $8,000 worth of damages. Fortunately, I have insurance that is going to cover that. $2,500 deductible. They will take care of the rest. So if damages are incurred at $8,000, They deduct that deductible, whatever. You guys can do math, right? So where it stands right now, we need the bathroom repainted, the trim put back on. I need to install a vent fan in the bathroom. Basement needs all new drywall. I'm going to buy all new cabinets. We're going to get a new stove, a new range, a new vent. We're going to get probably new appliances too. We're going to put new light fixtures in it, new fan, new lights, repaint the entire kitchen, repaint the ceiling. Basement's going to get, cleared out, dried, antimicrobial sprayed on it. So it's a lot of work going on. And what I want to say is that real estate is great. It's the way to build passive income, but it's not as passive as everybody makes it seems. All these dudes, Grant Cardone, all these people who are real estate people, they talk about passive. It's passive when you have hundreds of properties and you have so much money that you could just make a couple calls to fix stuff. But when you only have 2 properties and you're a small fish and you're trying to be a big fish, I can't just make a couple calls and have it all. I was there on site ripping drywall out myself. I'm a pretty boy. And I was in there knee deep in some drywall. Probably, who knows? So like dirt, dust, debris, spiders, everything coming out of those walls. The home was built in 1905. Kitchen was renovated after that, of course, but so the point of it is real estate is not as passive as people make it out to be. You're still going to have to maintain the lawn, maintain the snow removal if you're in a snowy area. You're still going to have repairs. You're still going to have to fill it. You're still going to have to fill vacancies and find perfect tenants. There's always going to be repairs. There's always going to be something that goes on because nobody's going to treat the house like you would treat it as your own, right? Never neglect your property. Stay up on the maintenance. That's what saved me. This wasn't a case of negligence or maintenance issues because I'm always on top of it. Had it been negligence or maintenance issues, Allstate wouldn't have covered me. But because it was a freak accident, it wasn't due to negligence or maintenance issues, they cover me. So always take care of your properties. I just want people to know, though, that this shit is real, okay? I got to come out of pocket some money to get this place fixed. Insurance isn't going to take care of all of it. I have a $2,500 deductible. At the very minimum, I'm paying $2,500. So I want to let it be known that real estate's great. Buy properties, rent them out, build that long-term wealth, but it's not as easy as everybody makes it seem. It's a grind, it's a hustle, it's a huge headache. I'm trying to juggle everything I got, and now I got to renovate an entire unit that got destroyed. So real estate's amazing, but just be wary that it is not as passive as it makes it seem. And I'm not going to sugarcoat some dream that like, oh, it's easy. You just sign a couple pieces of paper and next thing you know, you're making $10K a month. No, it's not like that. You have to build yourself up to that point. And I'm never going to sugarcoat it for you guys. I'm always going to keep it real, raw, and authentic. Always. That's what these one-on-ones are for. It's me, the camera, and you guys at home. So shout out to everybody that's stuck with us so far. So that was landscaping. That was real estate. We covered 2 of the major topics. Now let's get into the podcasts. And I say podcasts plural because not only are you watching the Wishful Thinking Podcast right now, your boy Nik O'Connor is also a co-host on the It's Just a Wedding podcast. So as you guys know, I am a wedding DJ local to the Cleveland, Ohio market. I do all types of events all year. I'm actually doing a July 4th boat party. I do Halloween events for the kids out in Brooklyn Heights. I do cancer funding things. I'm doing all kinds of events, but mainly weddings, right? I do a lot of weddings every year. I sell weddings. I do wedding trade shows. Wedding is my niche. Scott, who was our first guest episode, shout out to Scott, graciously let us use his studio. So big shout out to SPE and Cufflink for letting us use the studio to be able to put on this show, and have the production level that we have. So always shout out to Scott. I'm forever thankful. But additionally, he started a wedding podcast called It's Just a Wedding Podcast. And I don't want that to seem condescending to where we're making a bride's wedding seem like it isn't that big of a deal, because it is. But we want people to know that live in the moment, enjoy the moment for what it is. Don't stress about it too much because you're hiring professionals to make the job easy and we will get it done. So just enjoy your day, sit back, relax, have a cocktail. So shout out to the It's Just a Wedding podcast. That is going great. We're on episode 4 now, constantly shooting every single week, releasing every single week. That drops every Tuesday at 7 p.m. We are every Sunday at 6 p.m. So Sunday and Tuesdays are my podcasting days that those come out. So make sure you guys go check out the It's Just a Wedding podcast, because not only does that help, the brand, but that helps me too. It builds my overall image, my overall brand. And, I'm always going to be authentic on both of my podcasts. That one you see a little bit different side of Nik because I can be more fun. I can be more playful. I can kind of have a lackadaisical, joking approach to things because this is entrepreneurial based. This is hustler based. So I have to be kind of serious. We crack jokes and laugh, but like on that one, I'm a goof, dude. So go check out the It's Just a Wedding podcast. That is doing great. I really enjoy it. We have great co-hosts, a phenomenal studio. The production is top notch. Everything in that podcast is incredible. So make sure you guys go check it out. Once again, shout out to Scott, shout out to SPE, shout out to It's Just a Wedding podcast. Thank you for all you've done. Go check out that podcast. We are working to collaborate with a few individuals on that end. Cassie, who does wedding TikTok, she's got like 600,000 or 700,000 followers on TikTok. That one is tentatively scheduled for July 17th. She'll come out. We'll have lunch. We'll hang out. We'll shoot a podcast. Also working with John Oliver of Oliver Signs. He has like 130 subscribers on YouTube, 130,000 subscribers on YouTube. He's going to come on the wedding podcast and he'll be on the Wishful Thinking. So stay tuned. We're having big guests coming on the wedding podcast, but that's enough of the wedding podcast. I just wanted you guys to know that that's out there. So go check it out. I'll drop the link in the description below of everything wedding related, our Instagram, our TikTok. I'll drop all that so you guys go check it out. I really would appreciate if you guys checked it out. Maybe even comment, like, and subscribe because it goes a long way, But now let's talk about wishful thinking. You guys here, the reason that we are here. So the Wishful Thinking Podcast, we finally made it to the new studio, guys. I told you it was coming. The new studio is here. As you can see, it looks great. I don't have any of the pre-production lights. We added flags on our microphones, custom wishful thinking flags, just for when we do reels. It makes it pop a little more. We're having some really big guests coming. We're gaining a ton of traction on the podcast. We're up to like 250, almost 300 followers on TikTok. 150 on YouTube, something like that. 200 something on Instagram. So we're constantly growing. Our numbers are inevitable. I just want to say thank you to everybody who watches at home. Because without you guys, not only Wishful Thinking, but also the Just a Wedding podcast would not be possible with any of the viewers at home. So make sure you guys tune in. Big guests are coming on the way. We're going to be talking about a lot of great subjects. We're going to keep up in the studio, keep it going. But other than that, that's really it for the podcast. So once again, make sure you tune into the It's Just a Wedding podcast and keep fucking with us on the Wishful Thinking podcast. Once again, all the links will be in the description below. But other than that, DJing is booming. It's fireworks season. Shout out to the firework game. Just all around, we're hustlers trying to make money every way possible. But so I think that wraps it up for the one-on-one of Nik, the camera, and you guys at home. If you guys have anything you want to input or any questions about real estate or landscaping, feel free to drop a comment. I am by no means a financial guru or analyst. I have a few properties. I'm not a Grant Cardone or a Ryan Pineda, but you can learn from my mistakes, which is why we have these one-on-ones. So once again, shout out to you guys. Keep rocking with us. We're going to have great stuff coming. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell your auntie about us. Tell your mom about us. Tell everybody you know about us because one day you're going to wish you followed us earlier. Without further ado, I'll catch you guys out.